Season 1 of Modern Warfare 3 will be going live in just a few days' time, and I was fortunate enough to be invited out to the Sledgehammer game studio in Melbourne to play some of the multiplayer content early. So in this video you're going to see gameplay of all the new maps that we're going to be getting, gameplay of all the new weapons that we'll be able to unlock from the Battle Pass, and I'm going to share with you a bunch of information that we were told about the multiplayer update from the devs at Sledgehammer Games. So on screen at the moment is gameplay of the new map called Meat, and this Meat is very small and a very fast-paced map, similar to Shipment or Rust. This map is super fast-paced, there's constant action happening, and it was really fun to play on. If you're wondering which weapon it is that I'm using here, it's the new Ram 7 assault rifle, but more specifically the one I'm using is the black cell blueprint for it, which is called the All-Rounder. This blueprint was actually super nice, and it had the same vibe to it that a lot of the black cell stuff has had in the past. And there are actually 6 other black cell blueprints in this season's Battle Pass that will have the exact same style, and they'll all have the same blood rose traces and death effects. One of the other new maps that we played on was called Grease, and this one was a larger 6v6 map, more like the size of Skid Row, maybe a little bit bigger than that, and this one was pretty fun to play on as well. This one had a lot of water around the edges of the map, and even through the middle of it, it had a lot of canals as well that you could use to cut through the map quickly. As you can see, I'm using the new XRK Stalker bolt action sniper rifle, which will be unlocked from the A4 sector of the Battle Pass. This sniper was super nice to use. It gave me similar vibes from the AX50 from MW 2019, if you guys remember that, I'm sure you do, and I feel like it'll easily be one of the best MW3 snipers moving forward. Unfortunately, I wasn't really able to use many attachments on this sniper rifle, but for the most part the ADS felt reasonably fast and it hit really hard. I didn't get many hit markers at all, and overall it was just really nice to use. The third 6v6 map that we're getting is called Rio, and this one is a similar size to Grease. We only played this map once though, so I didn't get a great feel of how it played, but the actual map itself was nice and vibrant and colourful, which is great, that's what you want. And it's just your standard 6v6 map. While playing on this map, I tried out the new Stormender weapon, which is kind of whack. What it is a high-tech launcher that shoots an EMP pulse, which you can use to EMP other players and to also destroy enemy equipment like claymores and stuff like that. I didn't really realise it at the time because I was running around for some reason trying to shoot other players like a bit of a jabroni, but this thing actually shines when it comes to taking down kill streaks out of the sky. It's got lock-on capabilities and can one-shot certain kill streaks, and you've got unlimited ammo to be able to do so. Now I'm pretty sure it was mentioned in the Season 1 blog post that was released a few days ago, but they confirmed to us that 2 new weapons will be added with the Season 1 Reloaded update. We weren't able to use these while we were playing, but those weapons are the HMR9 SMG, which will be unlocked through the Armory unlock system, and the other weapon is the TAC Evolver LMG, which I'm 90% sure will be unlocked through a redacted Battle Pass sector, which they also confirmed will be added with the Season 1 Reloaded update. Also confirmed for Season 1 Reloaded is the Ranked mode. They confirmed that this mode again has been put together by Treyarch and is going to be very similar to how it worked in MW2. Moving on to another of the new maps we played, this time we've got Training Facility. This map is specific for the Gunfight mode, which is returning for Season 1, and this is actually a great map that has a very classic gunfight feel to it. One thing from this gameplay that you might notice is that underneath the health bar here in the corner, you can actually see the new stamina bar that they're adding into the game, which you can see decreases and regenerates as you use your tac sprint. They did mention to us that this was going to be a feature in regular multiplayer modes as well, but for whatever reason this was only visible during the Gunfight games that we played. Some of the other things that they confirmed while we were there, like I say, was that there's going to be a new redacted sector added to the Battle Pass with Season 1 with some new rewards to unlock, and I think they'll also be adding the CODMIS event section to the Battle Pass as well, at least that's what it sounded like. This CODMIS event is basically going to have 12 days worth of challenges to complete, each with their own reward, which is pretty cool. They talked about some of the balancing updates for the new season, at least for multiplayer anyway, and we'll see snaking receive a significant nerf, and they said that this nerf would only be noticeable if you're spamming the crouch button like a sweaty CDL nerd, which I think is great news. Submachine guns will be receiving a buff, more specifically some of the attachments for the SMGs, which they said were underperforming, and then to flip that on its head they said that assault rifle attachments will be receiving a nerf, as they seem to be a little bit overpowered at the moment. A reasonably big change that I imagine a lot of people are going to be happy about is that they're going to be nerfing the riot shield, well, a nerf and a slight buff. Basically what they're doing is they're going to be decreasing the movement speed of the riot shield while you're holding it, and also while it's on your back. So if you like running around with a shield on your back like a little turtle, then it seems like this is not going to be as viable for you moving forward. Because of this change to the riot shield though, they did say that they'll be buffing it slightly, and they're going to make it a 2-hit kill rather than a 3-hit kill like it is at the moment. Now I'm not too sure if this is going to be available to play as Season 1 launches or whether it's going to be available a bit closer to Christmas, but one of the other new maps that we got to play on was a holiday themed one called Hangover, which is basically a Christmas themed version of High Rise. This version of the map was really cool. It was nighttime and it was snowing, and there's like Christmas presents and decorations and wreaths all over the map. It was really cool. But my favourite part of this map was the disco room that they had in one of the spawn areas, which had its own music playing. Unfortunately, I didn't get to make my way up to the top of High Rise to see if there were any Christmas themed teddy bears, but that's definitely something I'm going to be doing once the map does go live. One thing I'm sadly not allowed to show you gameplay of, but I am allowed to talk to you about, is the Vortex maps that we'll be getting at some point during Season 1. These Vortex maps are basically reskins of a few of the other maps that we already have in the game, but these look absolutely incredible. I was actually blown away while playing on some of these maps at how awesome they actually looked. So there were 3 of them. There was Satan's Quarry, which could have easily been a haunting event map, which had this horror vibe to it with lava and stuff all over the place. There was Spore Yard, which was a variation of Scrapyard, but unfortunately I missed out on playing this one because my game crashed. And there was the third one called Tetanus, which is a variation of Rust, and this one looked amazing. There were bright neon lights all over the main Rust building and all over everything pretty much, and there were giant meteors and planets up in the sky. It honestly looks so awesome. I can't wait to jump back in and play it. It's my understanding that these maps will be included in the experimental playlist, and from the sounds of the Season 1 blog, they'll also be playable with the new Vortex game mode, which is basically free-for-all, but one person on the map has a ray gun. I'm going to go into more details about the Battle Pass, the Black Cell, and some of the store bundles that I was able to check out in another video that'll be releasing very soon, but one of the last things that I wanted to mention to you guys, because I do get asked about it quite a lot, is that in the menus while I was playing, I noticed that the Ground War mode had a free trial label on it. Now, it certainly wasn't confirmed that a multiplayer free trial will be happening, but based on that, I'd say the chances do seem pretty good that we might be getting one for Season 1. Now, if you do have any questions at all, feel free to fire away in the comments section down below, and I'll do my best to answer what I can. Alright, I'll catch you in the next one. You look after yourself, and take it easy.